Hi everyone, I am Snashish and welcome again to my new online study classes. Today we will discuss about computer networking. So first of all we have to know that what is a network. Network means anything which is used to connect something. I repeat, network is anything which is used to connect something. So if you relate with computers, so what is computer networking? The network which is used to connect multiple computers, anything or a network which is used to connect multiple computers. Now what is multiple computers? Multiple computers means more than two computers. So if we want to define computer network, we can define like this: the collection of two or more computers which are connected together to share information is known as computer networking. That means we can say it is a process of connecting the computers. It is a process of connecting two or more computers to share. What is the purpose of connecting the computers? The question may arise, what is the purpose of connecting the computers? The purpose of connecting computers is to share information. So, the collection of two or more computers which are connected together to share information is known as computer networking. So now, what are the requirements to connect the computers? See here, requirements are you need the multiple computers, more than two computers you need. Now, for connections you need wire, or you need telephone lines, or you may need satellite links. So requirements: multiple computers, that means more than two computers. Next is wire, telephone lines, satellite links, or it may radio links also. Now coming to the next part, types of computer network configuration. Types of network configuration. So there are two types of network configuration, that is peer-to-peer network, and next one is client-server network. So there are two types of computer network configuration. Number one is peer-to-peer network, and number two is client to server network. Now we will discuss about these two types of network configuration. So now we will discuss about these two types of network configuration. The first one is peer-to-peer network and the second one is client-server network. So what is the basic difference among these two types of network? We have to clarify first. See, in peer-to-peer network, the connection is among these four types of computers. It may vary, the computers may be 5, 6 or anything, but the connection is among all the types of computers. We know peer means friends. So the connection or the data transfer is among them directly. Whereas if we come in client-server network, we can see that there is a central server computer and all the computers are the client. That means this computer will provide the resource and these client computers will request for the resource. So first of all, come to the peer-to-peer network. See, first point is file can be shared directly between systems. So there is no centralized system. The files, the transfer of the files is among the computers directly. So coming to the second point, no need of central server. We have discussed it already that there is no need of central server in case of peer-to-peer network. Number 3 point is designed for small to medium networks. And 4 point is easy process. So we can see that the first point is file can be shared directly among the systems. No need of central server. Designed for small to medium networks, easy process, and it can lead, but this is the last point is this can lead to software piracy. This is the main disadvantage of this peer-to-peer network. Software piracy can lead to software piracy. Now come to client-server network. This is the transfer of the networks by centralized process. See, Two types of computers are needed in this case. The first one is client and the second one is server. Client is the centralized computer, whereas the server is the centralized computer, whereas client is the individual computer. Client requests for the resource and the server responds. Server and the server provides access to the resource. So if the question arises, what is the function of the client computer or what is the function of the server computer? So client requests for the resource. It is asking for the resource to the server computer, whereas server computers provide the access to the resource. Now, it is designed for large network. If we compare among these two types of networks, this is the data are directly transferred to the peer computer. Here the data are not directly transferred to the peer computer. It has a centralized system. The client computers are requesting to the server computer for the resource, and the server computer responds to the resource. In peer-to-peer computer, no such thing is present. Now it is designed for the small network, whereas this is designed for the large network. The networking is an easy process in a peer-to-peer network, whereas networking is much harder in client to server network. But if we compare the advantage of these two types of network, we can see that the client to server network is more safe than peer-to-peer network. So now we will discuss about the different types of networks present here. We will discuss about the different types of computer networks. First of all, LAN, that means local area network. Then MAN, metropolitan area network. WAN, wide area network. VPN, virtual private network. PAN, personal area network. CAN, campus area network. There are several types of computer network, but today we will discuss about the 6 types of computer networks. So first of all, if we come to local area network, that is called as LAN, we can see that local means in a small area. If we say someone, this is my local area, what does that mean? It means that this is the confined area in which I live. That means if we say local, oh, that means in our mind it may come, this is something that is which is in confined area. That means small area. So we can say that network for a small area which is less than a square mile is known as local area network. The small area less than a square mile, you have to note it down, less than a square mile. Now coming to the next point, it does not contain more than 100 computers. Yes, it does not contain more than 100 computers. See, example, we can use these networks in our office, in our home, or in some buildings. Now coming to the next connection, which is MAN. That means metropolitan area network. Metropolitan means, if we say metropolitan, that in our mind it may be confined within a city. So metropolitan area network extended over the entire city. This is the first main point. It is extended over the entire city. Now the second point is, it can be established by connecting several LANs. So if we see, LANs are connecting within a confined area, within a small area. And now what is metropolitan area network? This is the network which are connecting the entire city by connecting the different types of LANs present in the city. So the first point is extended over the entire city. The second point, it can be established by connecting several LANs. Now coming to the third point, that is, it can be owned both by private and public company, which means that it has a owner, private owner, or it may be owned by the government also or by large companies. But whereas if you see in the local area network, it is totally owned by private company because it is a very small area network confined within a small area, whereas metropolitan area is a large area network which is much more expensive than local area network. Local area network is a cheap type of network, whereas metropolitan area network needs more money than local area network, because the extension of the network we can see here is within the entire city. So now we will come forward to wide area network. So now we will compare WAN and VPN. We have learned about LAN and MAN. Now we will study about WAN and VPN. WAN and VPN. So, what is WAN? The term WAN means wide area network. Wide means which is not confined in a small area, which is over a large geographic area, that is city, state or a country. Wide means it is over a large area. So the first point will be network over a large geographical area, example city, state or a country. Now it is a wide area, so it will need a longer connection method. So what will be the method of connecting the computers in WAN connections? So see, it needs longer communication technology since it is a wide area network. It over a large geographical area, so it needs longer communication technology like telephone lines, satellite links, etc. So again, what is wide area network? The network over a longer or larger geographical area, example city, state or a country, and it needs longer communication technology, example telephone lines, satellite links, etc. Now coming to the next part, that is VPN. VPN means virtual private network. It uses a new technology, that is tunneling. We will discuss about tunneling in the next classes. First of all, mark the points. It uses techniques known as tunneling to transfer data on the internet. So question may arise, what type of network it uses to transfer data? So it uses the technique known as tunneling, tunneling, to transfer data on the internet to a remote access server. Now, how can we create this type of network, virtual private network? There are two methods to connect the virtual private network. The first method is by dialing an ISP. We know ISP means Internet Service Provider. First point is dialing an ISP, Internet Service Provider. And the next method is connecting directly to the internet. So we have discussed now about WAN, that is wide area network, and VPN, that is virtual private network. Now we will come towards PAN, which is personal area network, and CAN, that is campus area network. So we have discussed about LAN, MAN, WAN, WAN. Now coming to PAN, that is personal area network. So what is personal area network? Here we can see that network used for personal use. The term personal comes from the name only. Personal area network means the network which is confined within a personal use. So the first point is network used for personal use in a close proximity, in a close confined network. So personal area network is used for personal use and it is within a close proximity, personal proximity. So the second point will be it is used to connect various electronic devices such as PC and mobile phones. But you have to keep in mind that these two devices will be within a small proximity or within a very confined proximity. because it is a personal area network. So the next point is it mainly uses wireless technology, but it can use the wired technology also, but in maximum times it uses wireless technology. Now coming to the next point, that is, it is used typically for a few meters. Why few meters? Because it is personal area network, it will be confined within a small area. So the point is used typically for a few meters. Now it is over personal area network. Now come to the campus area network. So what do you mean by campus? If I say this is my school campus, that means the area which is confined within the school. It is my university campus or it is my college campus. That means within that confined college area or university area. So campus area network is used for connecting two or more lands within an limited area. Suppose you have two buildings in your college. One is library building, one is administrative building. In library building, there are some LANs which are connecting computers in the library building only, and in administrative building there are several computers which are connected with the help of LAN. Now these two LANs are connected with the help of campus area network. These are connecting two or more different types of LANs within an limited area. So the name is campus area network. Now this is a large network than local area network. This is a large network than local area network, but smaller than wide area network. So what is campus area network? The network which is confined within a campus. It connects two or more LANs but within a small limited area. Second point is it is larger than local area network but smaller than wide area network. So we have completed now these 6 types of networks: LAN, that is local area network; MAN, metropolitan area network; WAN, that is wide area network; virtual private network; personal area network; and campus area network. So we have learned about some basic knowledge of computer networking. What is computer networking, computer network configurations, and types of computer networks. We have learned 6 types of computer networks today. So if you like my videos and if you want more video on computer network, please subscribe to my channel and connect to my YouTube channel. Thank you.